My name is Andrus Nomm. I was responsible for advertisement platform and video services and some other things. Megaclick is digital marketing advertisement platform. We created it for serving advertisements on the other mega servers, mega sites. Sorry. It also was planned later to extend it so other sites could also use it to advertise on their sites, but that was actually planned for starting from end of year somewhere or after it. But basically I designed this and I also developed the first version. Later we got a team, so it went easier. But it's basically same like Google Ads platform. Just we have a few differences, for example, because we had, for example, real-time statistics. That was one difference. Other sites normally have some 2 to 8 to 24 hours delay before you can see actually what's going on. But in our platform we had real-time statistics. It means as soon your stuff started running, you started seeing numbers right away. Number two main thing was I was responsible for video conversations of Mega Video. It means that every video that was uploaded to any of our Mega Video servers, my system had to process it to Flash format, so it was viewable from the browser. And also it means dealing with all the, 1,000, 5,000 different codecs, all kind of stuff that people are uploading, multiple having some very strange sound or video formats that you never heard of, and trying to get it out with the maximum quality on the view side. I also had to plan it, test it, and time to time, all the time, to improve it, to keep it up to date with the new released codecs, with all kind of improvements that was possible based on tests, because video testing takes very long lots of time, because every time you make some change you have to wait sometimes for hours to see if it actually worked. So that was the deal with Mega Video. Because I went directly from after finishing the secondary school, I directly went to work right after it. So I was, I think it was called IT specialist or something. It's like fixing some people computers and Windowses and all this stuff. Because I had no option to go to university. Because when I finished my secondary school, it was a time when Estonia just got freshly free from Soviet Union. So it was a time when all this educational system was built up, all this payments for if you need to study, and all this system was still being built up. And for me the logical option was just to go to work. Well, actually it was interesting then, because it was the time when just computer things started going up. It was a time when all this current computer things started just growing, so it was everything new, and I always liked everything what is new and what puts you to think, or you need to learn some things. So it was interesting. It's very interesting. There was no internet when I started. It's like just first time you were talking about some 1,000 kilobit speeds what people having, and they were bragging, yeah, I have 1,000. Now it's like million times faster everywhere at home. So yeah, it was started then. The first contacts with people from Megaupload I had around since 2005, but officially I was employed from 2006. When I started, I think there was only Megaupload. There was no Mega Video, there was no other ones, and Megaupload I think was only running for a matter of months before it. So I basically came a few months after the start. I was actually in Turkey in the start, because my kid is living in Turkey, so I was living there. And but then I stayed for some times in Philippines, and genocide everywhere around. Sometimes in Estonia, sometimes in Turkey, sometimes last times in Holland, most of the time.
Was it a good place to work?
Yeah, it was a good place to work.
Good team?
Yes. I mean, you could always feel that when you had some, let's say, some trouble or some things, you could always feel that company is taking care of you. For example, I had one case that without warning, my kid had to be in hospital for I think it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks because he had some very hard lung infection. And I was also a little more away because of this time. And then, for example, from company side, they also say that they will support in any ways they can. I mean, even if it's needed, for example, financially. And there was no problem about this thing that I was away for days, for example, because normally the time was very big problem always, because you always had so many things to do, and you had so less time always. So. I was actually near a computer when it happened, and first I thought it was some internet blackout or some network problem because it happened before a few times. So I was trying to find what's the problem and trying to contact the people who could look into it. Since I couldn't contact anyone, I started Googling. Maybe I could find some comments that something happened there. And the first search result from Google was that Megaupload was taken down. So I was, in the start I didn't see anything there written about me or anyone else. It was just written that it was down because there was not much news in the first minutes. So I started waiting and searching, and so next few hours some other sites popped up, more news came out, until I found the original this Indictment, or how was it called, and then I found out that my name is there also. First I was like, it didn't really reach me yet. I was like, what the hell is happening here? It's like reading about someone else. Then after some time I heard that people who were located in New Zealand, they were arrested. So I was like, okay, I'm in the list also, so probably they're coming for me also. So then it was, of course, was big shock. I couldn't sleep next night normally. So I was waiting at home for I think more than 1 day or something, and no one came, and I was thinking, what's happening? And the problem was I supposed to have a flight some days later to visit my kid. So I didn't want to risk to get in trouble in a border in case if there is some paper or warrant or request on me. So I went to police to find out what's happening. And in police they said that okay, first it took them time to find out who I am and what do I want. But I printed out from the home the whole 72 pages of documentation and gave it to them. Look, this is about me. So, I mean, what's next? What am I supposed to do now? So they were for maybe half hour looking and searching. Finally they said, okay, I mean, you are under arrest now. And they put me to this detention chamber, or what do you call it. I mean, the only info I had was what I read from internet. And in police they didn't say anything. They just took your name, they asked about if you want a lawyer, and after it you were 3 days in a chamber there.
Wow.
So then also there was funny that the first day they registered me wrongly. So they actually wrote the second day paper that the first day I was actually let out on the paper and then taken in again, even though I was all the time in the room. Then after 3 nights in a police office, then was court. And in court they decided that I have to wait for 60 hours in a jail. 60 days, sorry. So I was sent to jail. Yeah, I mean, I got on parole later, so now I'm at home. I think the only only ever problem I had, I think I got one ticket for speeding 9 kilometers higher than needed on a highway. That's the only trouble I had ever. The hardest consequences are that first all the assets were frozen. Means I have no any savings or any money at the moment, and I have to live from charity of friends and family. Then of course one important thing is that I was normally visiting my son every month or every 1.5 months for a week, and now I haven't seen him for at least 5 months or something. And it's also has been hard for him, because also it's hard to explain to 9-year-old child that why FBI is searching you. And I mean, the good thing is I'm not in jail anymore, so I got on electronic surveillance, and now I can be at home, and I have some certain range how far I can go from home. But I was looking to get some temporary job or any other ways to get some money for living, and that was also a problem, because first the police took all my IDs, and the second thing is that since no one knows how long this whole case can take, so no one will hire you also. And of course the negative publicity, because it's everywhere shown like I'm some, I don't know, top criminal or something. And the same time I will have a court after approximately 3 weeks, and I still have to fix my lawyer problem, because the first lawyer was not very efficient, but he was also free lawyer then, and he already gave up the case and left. And the new lawyer, I'm still dealing about getting him fully on board. You know, the biggest problem is still the money reason. You cannot even hire anyone because everyone wants money. So currently I'm without a lawyer, and the court is coming up. So it's more stress and more things.
Yeah.
And the one bigger thing was that I had some certain health issues before, and this current case really made it worse, because I think the stress and things also drained everything else much more. Well, actually I had a heart problem since younger age, and now it's like before I was feeling sometimes feeling pain or problems, like let's say every few weeks, especially when I didn't sleep too much, when I was too long time awake. But now it's like every day. I mean, it doesn't matter, because now I have enough time to sleep, you know. I mean, no worries about this thing that you have to be awake or do some stuff. I mean, the only thing you have to do is sleep and eat. But it's already, damage is done. Yeah, the surprise was that there is some, that you are, let's say it, charged, or let's say in English correctly, you are charged by United States of America against you. That was like really like watching some, I don't know, TV series or something that what's happening. But of course it was slowly starting coming stress and shock. So I mean, it's shock came later, not the first moment. I was first, like I said, it didn't reach me at first. It took me time to digest it. That it's actually me there. I am the person who is now became in some list for some no reason. So